Coming up on this week's Race Room, we've got Countdown, we've got night races, and we've got Christian Horner's donkeys. So first things first, your news, and the biggest news in F1 is that Lotus have managed to fire up the E22. It's the first time, and they've managed to do 100 kilometres. That's the equivalent of 22 laps of the Circuito de Jerez, which is one more lap than Red Bull were able to do out in Jerez during the first round of testing. You can see they're having a little bit of trouble controlling the temperature there with the car, but the good news is that Lotus's shakedown bodes very well for the second round of testing out in Bahrain because, of course, Lotus and Red Bull share the same engine provider, Renault. So it's been announced that Bahrain will be a night race for 2014. It means it'll start at 6 p.m. during sunset, and the Sakir circuit have put in floodlights. Of course, this was during the World Endurance Championship back in November, but they've installed floodlights so that it can start in the twilight and then finish in full darkness. That's going to be the same as the race out in Abu Dhabi, but the only Grand Prix to maintain a full night race status is Singapore. And finally, we gave you a little wrap up yesterday of Rally Sweden from the WRC. Jari-Matti Latvala winning the rally and now leading the championship as well, 5 points ahead of his teammate and the current world champion, Sébastien Ogier. Sébastien Ogier crashed into a bank of snow and had to climb his way back up the field from 20th, finally finishing in 6th place. And that's your news. Your fast fact today, did you know that it's 32 days until the Australian Grand Prix, the first round of the Formula 1 season for 2014? And, curiously enough, 32 is also the number of world champions Formula 1 has had. Can you name them? If you can, comment below and I will send you one of these very special Lotus caps actually signed by Romain Grosjean. Get commenting, tell us which world champions make up the 32. So I'm quite enjoying this new strand of what the camera's seen, and first up, the camera has seen this, the most awesome painting of Sébastien Ogier's car with the number 1 on. Of course, he was number 8 last year, but because he's world champion, it's now 1. And they had painted the snow out in Sweden. Just epic artist work here, I love that. Next thing that the camera has seen, and you can actually see my camera seeing this. It is a lovely little gallery around the corner from where the studio is at Pole Position Towers, and you can see the Red Bull there, and behind, one of the Williams from yesteryear. If you want to see a full collection of the Williams F1 cars, well, there'll be a link to that video at the end of this one. And lastly, our camera has seen this, a picture of Christian Horner's donkeys. He was auctioning off this picture at the Zoom charity auction on Friday last week. We were there, and all the proceeds, over £20,000, went to the Great Ormond Street Hospital charity. Lovely. And that's what our camera has seen. Time to look into that infamous tweety jar. What have we got on tweets of the week this week? Ah, love this. This is a double rainbow. The weather has been so weird in England at the moment. If you're not from England, we have had rain one moment, then it's blue sky. So here we are, a double rainbow at Silverstone. And I love how they've said that they are sending people out to look for pots of gold. Lovely, I didn't get a phone call. Next tweet. Look at this, Matt Roberts. Of course, they're all going over to BT Sport now. Matt was the commentator for BBC. He's doing a little bit of green screen work there, and I feel his pain. You can't wear any colour that gets absorbed, so he's in his jeans, not his usual chinos. Looking very smart though. Good luck for the MotoGP season this year. Right, next tweet. Now I love this. Look at this. Jos Capito from Volkswagen, putting what looks like a cream pie in Jari-Matti Latvala's face for winning the rally at the weekend out in Sweden. What a joke. I'd love to have seen Jari-Matti after that. I can imagine he would have had a few things to say about his celebration there. Next tweet. So I don't really get this. Byrne have posted a picture of Romain Grosjean in what looks like a hole. So yeah, will Romain Grosjean be ahead of the field this season? Witty pun, wordplay. Yeah, slightly interesting. Just hope he manages to wiggle his way out for the start of the season in Australia. Of course, 32 days. Don't forget to tell us which 32 world champions there are. And that's your tweets. There are so many ways to win these awesome Lotus caps on pole position at the moment. Of course, they're signed by Romain Grosjean, so if you want to win them, here's what you've got to do first. We want to know what your best caption is for this photo of Felipe Massa in his new Williams cap. Comment below and who knows, you could be the lucky winner of one of these caps. Secondly, we are doing another hangout on pole position on Thursday at 5 o'clock. If you want to join us, email media@polepositionp1.com for your chance to ask questions all about Formula 1, World Rally, MotoGP. It could just be about any championship. So send us an email and save your space on the hangout. This weekend, we're not actually up to much, but Friday, it is Valentine's Day, and who knows, maybe Andreas Mikkelsen will send me a card in the post. Until next week, I'll see you soon. And Jones in the FW07B car. But my favourite from this era, Villa did win. That's his third win at Rally Sweden and his first